So today I rank 4'd Elsa Bloodstone. Why? I don't know, it just kind of felt like it. But recently I've been ranking up a bunch of champs up to 7-star rank 4 that I used to play a lot, like a couple of years ago and stuff. Might have made some YouTube videos on. I know Elsa I definitely made some content on before, and there are probably some other characters you might see on my channel pop up that were definitely older characters of mine that are now ranked up to rank 4. But Elsa was the one I did today. Elsa's the one I'm making a quick video on today as well, and we're just gonna take her into some piece of content, a couple fights on the beta server as well, because that's where I get some a little bit shorter fights, defender matchups for you to see. But we're just gonna start against Winter Soldier here. We'll have this fight, and then like a quest, then some of the stuff on the beta, and then another quest, and that'll be it. So in this, we're just showing off Elsa's base damage against matchups where there are no non-damaging debuffs. If there are non-damaging debuffs in the matchup and she can purify them, she is much better because she will get that precision passive basically automatically, and you won't need the special one for it. It makes things speed up a lot, it keeps your damage going a lot more, and it's pretty great. So we're going to go to this quest path where we find a few science defenders that are pretty cool to see, starting with Quicksilver. And I like the matchup against Quicksilver. It's pretty good, and it shows off her non-damaging debuff Purify in a pretty good light. Basically, every, I think it's like 2.9 seconds or like a random number, you're going to Purify non-damaging debuff, and then you will get a precision buff in place of it, which is really good here. You're just going to see she automatically removes them every once in a while, and then will get that precision as its replacement. She also can place cold snaps if the opponent has evaded once in the fight or are immune to incinerate, which is her normal source of DOT, and then she'll be able to obviously prevent evade via the cold snaps, because cold snaps, as long as like you're not fighting a purify matchup, they are kind of the best way to counter evade in the entire game. Because it's not a buff on you, it's a debuff on them, which obviously is interactable, but it's also not an ability accuracy reduction like slow is. You just flat out don't let them evade ever, so it has that advantage and stuff. And yeah, she can utilize them pretty well against Quicksilver and in some other evade matchups. It's a little bit unfortunate that you have to trigger an evade first or trigger an incinerate immunity before you're going to switch to the cold snaps, but it's still going to be pretty useful most of the time. You just need to focus on at least keeping one cold snap up for the majority of the fight once you switch over to being able to use them. Which, look, if Elsa ever got buffed, and this is some stuff that I'm probably going to talk about a lot in this video, like if she ever got buffed, what would be something cool she could do? That would be immediately a great quality of life change, is being able to allow her to switch to cold snaps in like a pre-fight menu or something. I don't know if pre-fights just weren't a big thing back when she came out in 2019. I wasn't playing the game much then, so maybe there were tech limitations and stuff, but I think Mr. Fantastic came out that year as well, and he also had pre-fights, so I don't know. I guess they just didn't decide to use pre-fights instead, but I think it would be pretty great if she did have pre-fights to be able to just immediately switch to that cold snap or stick with the incinerate easier, similar to what other modernized characters do now. So we can use the cold snaps here against the Spider-Ham if we wanted to, if we ever trigger his evade, but instead I'm just going to show the matchup just spamming special ones, and we can see how good her damage is just by doing that. She does benefit very highly from class advantage because she is a character who doesn't increase her base attack in her own kit, and characters who don't increase their base attack in their own kit via Furies or other attack increases usually feel class advantage, the attack increase, much more than others, because it's a much more noticeable change, because this character is designed with the attack rating to be locked at the base attack in mind. And if someone is getting Furies in a fight, then obviously they're designed with their attack rating scaling up in mind. So usually they're going to feel the difference a lot less. Anyway, we're fighting Photon now, and we're on the CCP beta now. So immediately I'm just going to say I wouldn't use Elsa for Battlegrounds. I don't think she's very good for that, but we can at least see how her utility pieces are kind of decent against some of these defenders. Again, against Photon here, it's like purifying the debuffs for damage is great. It also reduces the potency of Photon's Sig ability if we keep purifying the debuffs. But yeah, like Elsa for this matchup is a good time. If Inequity and Unfazed didn't exist, this matchup would be very good in BGs, but Unfortunately, masteries do exist in BGs, so that's why I'm telling you right now, she's not a great BG's attacker, because masteries kind of ruin champs like this. Like, I also love playing Mr. Negative, but Unfazed kind of screws with this guy, and Elsa, even though she's purifying a lot of non-damaging debuffs, if you're fighting a Photon or a Spider-Woman, you will still have to suffer from inequity, meaning these fights will be a lot slower than usual. It just kind of old design, you know, because BGs didn't exist back then, Unfazed on defense didn't really exist much back then outside of Alliance Horror when it wasn't much of a problem. So, stuff like that kind of sucks, but here we're fighting Spider-Woman here. I believe I just got like extremely lucky and like she never evaded the entire fight even without placing a Cold Snap. Like I just never switched to a Cold Snap because she never evaded, which obviously is kind of unlucky for me trying to showcase the evade counter, but still lucky in general. But yeah, you just need to go ahead and place that one Cold Snap, or you can just spam special ones here and just watch Spider-Woman melt. And yeah, it's a good fight. It's a very good fight. We'll go ahead and just drop the relic here into her block and then she dies. And very simple, like just spamming special ones with Elsa, especially if you're fighting a science champion, your damage doesn't feel that bad not going for the special 2 instead. It's really good stuff. So now we're going to go back to another path. This one is one that places some petrifies on us when they drop a special attack. And we can only do damage if we have an armor break on them, which we're going to get from the relic. So our damage is a little bit gimped at times if we don't have that armor break active, because you can see here, he's indestructible of course, but also our damage is like 75% or something lower if we don't have that armor break on him, which we're going to get relatively soon, but I have to get to the relic first. And then you can only refresh the armor break by using the first hit of your heavy, or of course just going for another striker. So yeah, anyway, we're going to go for my special 2 here in a moment. I place the relic, of course, to get the armor break on him. It's not really reducing the armor rating by a crap ton, and Elsa wouldn't really benefit from that much, even if it did. But also, we just need it for damage mainly, and it's going to fall off like right around here, I think. So we do need to get another striker window as fast as we can, and then we can start melting Luke further. So, yep, we go ahead for a relic and get our armor break back, but I don't want to dump my entire special 2 into his indestructible, so we get a quick intercept there to get it ticking, and then I'm going to bait his special 2. He's wasting my time a bit, but finally get it off with a very few amount of busted debuffs on activation. We still get a bunch more, so we do get some nice crits from it, and then we can get the potency of our incinerates further increased as well. They still don't tick incredibly hard. I kind of wish they ticked a bit more, and honestly, another change I would make for Elsa is not increasing the potency of her busted and her incinerates and cold snaps, but increasing the duration would be very good, I think, because you could get more damage overall, of course, if you increase the duration. But another added benefit is for the cold snaps, you have longer control over your evade counter, and for the busteds, you have more uptime on stacking up the extra potencies on your incinerates. So I think that would be a pretty good change, rather than just making the incinerates tick harder or the busteds increase more potency. I think increasing the durations on both of those debuffs would be a really good spot as well. She also has this weird thing that you've probably seen on defense at least once, where if you are bleeding her, or she's just bleeding from recoil masters or something, and you're not a mutant, you are going to take degen damage. And this is almost like a flavor ability, because on attack, you could see earlier, it does like 310 damage a tick. It's not good for attack at all. And even on defense, like just use a mutant, or 99% of the time you're not going to fight an Elsa that's bleeding anyway, so it is almost just a flavor ability, but it's something I wouldn't really want it expounded on if she ever got updated, but it's kind of cool flavor text. So we'll fight Red Goblin here, and this will be the last fight of the video, but yeah, we didn't really talk about the node that much for the Calcify, because Calcify is a node where they're going to place Petrifies on me when they drop a special attack. And those are eventually going to start to reverse my willpower, but with Elsa, she's slowly purifying those, so we're not getting our willpower reversed that much. In fact, we are still getting a decent amount of healing, because we'll have enough on us to where we're just getting steady healing, and there won't be too many to where it's just getting reversed. As you can see here, very small healing, but as we continue to purify, it's going to get better. And yeah, like Red Goblin is just going to slowly start melting here. We'll place the Cold Snaps because he is Incinerate immune, and that'll be all she wrote pretty soon. So yeah, Elsa's a really fun time. She is very noticeably different if you're fighting matchups with non-damaging debuffs, because getting that precision that is taking that you just can skip the SP1 for does change things with her playstyle and stuff, and she's a really fun champion. Like, obviously I liked her enough to rank for her on the live server, and will I be using her in competitive content? Probably not, because that's not what she's good for, and I don't really expect a champion who released 7 years ago to be good for competitive content. But when, you know, Coliseum stuff, maybe she'll be fun there. With 9.4 coming out, I know I'll be using her there, and just, I want to use champions who are just fun for questing content. As we continue to get more questing content, I just want to keep using champions who I used to be in love with back when my channel was a lot younger. And again, I have more champions to show from that age that I have at rank 4 now. So hopefully exciting stuff ahead for me with the game. Because I've taken a step back in BGs recently. More on that maybe in another video. But yeah, that's going to be all it is for me, guys. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Do consider hitting a like and a sub if you did. And I'll see you in the next one.